there.
Okay, so
You are now experiencing Fantasy Plus.
all right. Session 9 recap. Last session, we saw our adventurers sneak deep into the Thieves Guild hideout, and in a fit of chaos, a fight broke out. After taking out a few members, Sasha was able to break through the giant crate Ben created to block the door. Before she could truly join the fight, a loud explosion was heard outside. With the tavern on fire and the remaining members all making a run for it, after a quick loot, you all made a break for it outside. Leaving the tavern and entering the market area, you saw a scene of chaos. Flying creatures were attacking civilians, as well as guards. Guards were fighting back. Buildings across the area were set ablaze. A loud humming could be heard. The source, another portal, and more hooded figures making a dash for the shadows. Suddenly, two fire elementals began to fight their way out of the portal, shooting fire across the marketplace, causing even more chaos. As they began to fight through the portal, it exploded, and the portal shattered into spiders. Briefly in the smoke, you could see a hooded figure just like the last time. Now loose, the two fire elementals continue to set the city on fire. And a bit of housekeeping. Bernier, you are still raging. I will say that between killing the dude on your way out and just the general stress and chaos of the scene, I think it's fair to say that was probably enough to keep your rage going in the moments of leaving the tavern and coming outside. And you do still have, I think, 3 turns of a speed potion, because it was 5 rounds. I believe it was 5 rounds of combat, and then I took away a turn for the looting, so there was 6. And then I think I took a turn for you leaving the tavern and going outside. So that leaves you with 3. That leaves you with 3 turns left on the speed potion. And then I had to go back and keep tabs. Ben saved Thief 2, and Thief 8 also escaped to make a break for it with Sasha. So there were 2 thieves that survived as well as Sasha. So I think first it is safe to say everybody should probably roll initiative.
Damn.
Oh, Bobby, I keep forgetting, or something I forgot to do last time.
Hell yeah.
So I forgot with my subclass with the giant, when I'm at full size, my reach actually increases by 5 feet.
I hope
Okay.
So like, yeah, the way I forgot to do it, like last session when like I had to walk back after that guy did the opportunity attack.
Right.
Yeah, so like technically I didn't have to move back because I can reach up to 2 squares, like I can have 1 square gap.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot swing instead of a 5-foot swing.
Yeah, exactly. Just something I forgot to do, so I'm just making a note of it now.
Keep that in handy because you are going to be needing that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll initiative on these fucking psychopaths. What's their initiative?
I got an 18.
13.
I got 11.
Oh, wait. Plus 5? 18 plus 5.
Damn.
Jesus.
Roll a nat
Okay.
18.
All right, I'm going to do this the easiest
I
way.
literally don't want to move.
Anybody roll 20
Well,
or higher.
Sounds like Zip
Well,
did.
Technically, yes.
What'd you roll?
Oh,
I
you're
just
doing
roll
that
20 or
style.
higher. 18 plus 5, 18, 19, 20,
23.
23. I got a 23.
All right,
Damn, you
so
got some wild ass initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Plus 5.
15 or
Fucking
higher?
shit. Nope.
Nobody? Okay. What's that? 10 to 15?
I have a 13.
13? Anybody higher than a
I have
13?
11.
Okay. So Ben has a 13.
I have a brilliant idea. I'm gonna dip my gun in the fountain and shoot a water bullet. And
And
I don't know if that
sounds like
works.
it could work. That sounds like it could work.
It's
Some-
There's only
some-
one way to find out.
I want to do ghetto ass enchantments.
Goxon, you were 11.
11.
Okay. And then that leaves Brunier and Claudia. What did you guys roll? Oh, well, we'll keep Claudia at the bottom for now.
yeah, I rolled a 4 altogether.
Yikes.
So I'm
Okay.
dead.
Ooh.
My ass.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
God.
That just gives Brunier more time to throw hands. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Even. Yeah, when I reach level
Oh, this
7, I'll
is
get
cool.
advantage on initiative rolls, but until then, I'm fucking stuck.
I can't wait to level up.
I know.
All
Dude,
right.
level 6, baby. Level 6 is gonna be fucking badass.
Bobby
can't
is
wait to-
holding our levels hostage. I swear to Christ.
I mean, we've been doing okay. Well, the fact that we really haven't been fighting.
No.
Can you guys hear the
Yeah,
music or no?
I feel you though. It's easy to
Only
feel
level
that way.
3.
You're telling me I can't level up just from going shopping?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Can you guys hear the music or no? It stopped on my end.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am lowering it a little
Not on
bit.
my end.
Yeah, I also had to lower it. I got a little loud. But I hear it. It's tense. It's intense.
I don't know why that did that. Give me 1 second. I froze.
Is this what's happening in the background?
Yes. So this is a set of just complete chaos. There's guards running around fighting these monsters. Buildings are on fire. Horses are running around. It's complete chaos right now. So Zip, you're up first. What is your move? And I would like to reiterate. I know we talked about this off pod or off session. You are not in a situation where you have, like, this is not a video game where, like, you're stuck in a boss battle. This is, like, imaginary situation. You know, this is open world. You guys can just fucking leave, right? You can just fucking dip and get out of there. I just want to reiterate that. I did not set this challenge up with the intent of... I didn't set this up with the intent of you guys turning and running. But I am warning you, this is very challenging. So discretion is advised. This is the first real legit fucking challenge I'm throwing at you guys, and I just want to remind you, this is a do whatever the fuck you want game. If you guys feel like you have your backs against the walls, you can run. You're not in a cave. You're not, like, they're not blocking your entrances. The options are unlimited. So I just wanted to reiterate that. So,
Everything that's with a red dot, I'm assuming, is on fire.
I started doing that, and then I kind of realized that, like, the whole marketplace is kind of on fire. Originally, I put those there as a way of, like, I was going to have them go through and, like, use them as healing points, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I think that's going to make the fight harder than what it already is. And you know, like I said earlier, they did fight their way forcefully through this portal, so they are not at full strength, but they are still very strong.
Yeah.
So Zip.
We should
I'm just gonna look around and just be like, what the fuck are we gonna do, guys?
Ah,
And
range attacks and dude, can we do a perception check for water sources around?
we have to fight
So, I would say everything on the map is accessible. There is a giant fountain right in the center. It has
Oh,
water
yeah.
in it. It hasn't been destroyed. It's a fully functioning fountain. Probably about knee deep, I would say. It's a big fountain. It has about knee deep water in it. It's not an endless
or
source
get
of
really
water.
big and the water like a water fountain.
So,
Yeah,
Zip,
I might just be
Oh,
swinging from the
Jesus.
fountain.
I have a question. Do I
Actually,
have to
yeah,
roll
it is.
to move?
negative.
Like, can I just, like, I can just, like, walk, like, if I want to hide behind somebody, can I? I could just go and,
So you can just move behind them. If you want to do a hide, you have to roll stealth. but you don't have to roll to move. You can just move your guy. You guys, I wasn't sure how you would be situated, but you came out of the marketplace, which is east, or the tavern, which is like to the east. So I kind of just threw you guys, however, on the map. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your move? I would say you're kind of in between. So I'd say you're like right there. Each square is 5 feet. You have, I believe, 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
I'm 25. I'm just gonna run behind Ben right now and just like my eyes just gonna be big with looking at these big flashy elementies, and I'm just gonna be shaking.
Awful hiding
Frozen.
place.
I'm just
by the way.
I'm a little frozen. I'm just gonna be like right behind your leg, like
Genuinely terrible hiding.
So you're hiding
I don't
right
know what
behind
to do.
Ben. So you kind of
yeah,
like right
yeah.
there. So give me a stealth roll.
Oh, shit. Everything off my desk. Sorry, I'm trying to do this fast. I'm in my other
You're
D&D
good. Take
game.
your
I'm
time.
trying to learn how to move quickly.
Yeah.
I got a 1 + 7, so that's an 8.
Okay, you rolled a nat one.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You don't hide, bitch.
So unfortunately, so you dart behind Ben and you kind of duck down, but just with the natural light that is emanating off of these fire elementals, you are not hidden at the moment. Is there anything else that you
Oh, I
want to
just
do?
wanted
Or
to like power behind his like legs. Like I just.
Oh my god, because
Yeah.
she got
Yeah,
a
you can
1,
still
she should
do
like
that.
restrict my movement. She should restrict my movement speed because she's like hanging on.
You're giving him ideas. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
I
I'm
won't do
hanging
that.
on for dear life. I don't think that would do anything. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't know what to do right now because I don't know if anyone else wants to actually fight these guys. I don't want
Pretty
to,
intimidating.
but
Wait,
if
what were you
you
saying,
guys
Britt?
want to, I don't want to do it, but I'll be behind you guys if you want me to be.
All right. If that's it for your turn, Zip, you've darted behind Ben. You've looked at your teammates. You're kind of shocked. Have no idea what to do. Ben, it is your turn.
So, DM, you had mentioned the portal shattered after the fire elementals came through.
It did, yeah. So they actually were both coming out of it at the same time, pulling on the opening to it, and they were too much to come through at the same time, and it just shattered from the sheer
So they
force of this.
goatsied the portal. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I see, or I can roll a check for this? Are there any fragments of crystal of the portal still there?
Give me a perception roll.
I gotta really upgrade that stat. A 7.
I
Music
do
isn't-
still have that crystal, by the way.
I
So-
want to see more of it, if possible.
So with a
Okay, I didn't know if you
7,
had like an idea or something.
with a 7 from the initial explosion, a majority of the shards that broke off, what you did see is that they turned into small little spiders and kind of scampered off into the shadows. So you don't see any viable chunks the way that you did the first time. Yeah.
Well,
What
that
you-
was a waste of an action. Let's see. Ben is gonna move. Actually, I'm kind of behind shit already. Ben's, yeah, I bet Ben's just gonna kind of like duck down. He's not hiding, but he's gonna be like, "Ooh, that's bad." He's gonna point like the meme.
All right. So
How are we doing spell slot wise?
Not good.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of just went through like a long encounter.
I was
Yeah.
telling Bobby, I was like, "Uh-oh," I was like, "I'm running out of spell slots because I'm creating too much stuff." He's like, "Oh, good."
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna quickly run
Can you
down and
create-
nap.
So this
Can you create
is
anything else?
I can't. Nope. All my level 2s are used up. I can't do anything.
I had an idea that I thought would kind of work, but
I burned on my last one, putting the box in front of the
Well,
girl.
with
Oh, so you have no
with
spells at all?
with your
I have my
perception
level
roll, with your perception roll of 7, I will say that near the fountain, You can see like barrels and crates that are knocked over and empty. Yeah, I'll give you that little detail as well if that's kind of what you guys are aiming at. You can see them. It's pretty well lit from the fire elementals, but it is the fire elemental one's turn. So because you guys haven't engaged with them right now, they don't quite see you as a threat. So Fire Elemental 1 is basically, he's going to just start walking. I don't know how to deal with them because
you kind of boxed them in. They're kind of boxed in.
So he's going to just stagger this way. And as he staggers towards you guys, he can move a lot further than that. But he's just staggering through and he's just kind of swiping at the building to his to the north side of him. Just run as he staggers towards you guys and is staring at you, he's just running his hand along the building and it's just igniting up in flames as he walks towards you. And that will be his turn. Goxen, you are up.
Okay. I mean, this isn't really an action, but I guess we all kind of have to talk about this realistically. Either we definitely can't just bum rush spam range attacks because we're gonna die. So we either need to have a plan or we do need to kind of try to grab some loot and dip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we gotta decide that before we make any crazy moves.
Do we have the two thugs and Sasha for this or no?
No.
I think they dipped.
We fucked our pants.
They dipped, yeah.
Can we see a map of the city? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Josh.
No, you're good.
Can we see a map of the city in the full context of where we are?
From within the game, there's no mall map just hanging up, if that's what you're looking for.
Dang. Okay, that's fine.
Is there something that you were looking for?
I wanted to see if we were close to a river or something, and we could lure them into the water, but I don't really remember where we were.
That's
okay.
That's what I was thinking. If you had your
Nope.
your ability to make things,
If I can-
I was thinking we could find a way to trap them inside the fountain, lure them in, and then create rock walls around them or something, so they can.
If I could
die
take
in
a
the fountain
nap,
or something.
I can't.
If you can't create anything, I don't know how the fuck we could do
How do you
that.
knock that man out?
Brunier could
was-
definitely bend the fountain, I guess, or cup water. I don't know how that would
What
work.
I'm thinking,
Flashing on it.
yeah, what I'm thinking is I have double speed because of the haste spell still, so I can make my way to the fountain, and then maybe I could do a strength check and break the walls on certain sides of the fountain. That way, water kind of goes flowing out. I can break it north, so water goes flowing towards number one, and then my second action, I can try and break it to the left, so water goes flowing towards the second, or just whatever angle.
Okay, so then we're deciding that we want to come up with a plan. We don't want to run, right? We're all in agreement to that because we dead ass might die. So I feel I want everyone to be down or not. You know what I mean?
I have not spells. I have potions, so I can hold off for a little bit. I can take some damage still. I just don't know what Jade's working with spell-wise for health, and then I don't know what everyone else is, because I would think that...
I have one
my
spell slot left.
I'm not doing great. No.
I
My health
don't
is not
think.
doing good. Hi, Jade.
I don't think that anything. I mean, the only thing I got are psychic blades. What is that going to do to a fire person? Fire element? I don't even know what these things are. What are they?
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Never mind. I can't explain.
Have
That's
you?
the one thing that I haven't.
It's a giant demon made of fire.
It's a big fire guy.
essentially.
Yeah, think of just.
So he's not. It's not a physical creature. It's
It's
an
not.
element.
It's exactly. It's not. So it forms as a human body, but there's no core. It's just raging fire that takes the shape of a
Can't do anything
humanoid
with that.
figure.
Check the campaign notes
I
for
can't do
reference if you
anything
need
with
to
that.
see
I
it.
don't have any magic.
I know.
I can't do anything with that. I'm not in this. What is a rogue gonna do? Hide as hard as I
I'm
can?
gonna
Like,
stab the monster fire.
I'm gonna go
Something-
like
yeah,
would
something
stabbing
tells me
them,
that-
like, does that actually affect them?
You need
If-
water or cold damage. I feel like that's the only thing that's gonna be effective, and I feel like any physical attack is probably resisted. 'Cause it's not
Doc-
actual.
Yeah, that's
Goxon,
what
it is your turn, Goxon. So if you wanted, you could roll some type of, I would say, nature, survival, history, even like something along those lines, to see if
Okay.
you know maybe you've heard or seen something.
Well, I was gonna
Are
try to
fire
roll like
elementals
a
in nature? Infernals are my favorite enemy, so I was wondering if they're infernal in nature or not. I wasn't sure.
If they're infernal in nature.
Their classification, I guess.
It just says fire elemental primal spirit of heat and flame.
I got nothing.
and I don't know if this would make sense. It probably doesn't, but would an Arcana check make sense? Because I feel like
I will say that I will give you an Arcana check. It makes more sense than you realize. I will give you an Arcana check.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have like a hunch, obviously, that these were created by something magical. So it's like, yeah. So I want to do an Arcana check then. So
That's fine. Like I said, it makes more sense than you and your character would realize.
word. Okay.
Infernals
I'm
are
just
the
gonna.
offspring of demonic outsiders. So
They're
kind
not.
of like-
I don't think they're infernal then. I don't see anything
I would
about
think it's more of a
infernal.
nature check, honestly, if they're elementals.
If you want to do Arcana, I will allow Arcana. Just based on some of
that's what
the
I'm doing.
description that I have in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use just the app though for it, just to roll for it because it's just +1 here. It's just easy. So I'm just gonna use the app for this one, not for all of them, but
The ones
clicking.
you want to hide, you'll roll real
Oh.
dice.
Show me the money. Man, this laptop is slow, boy.
11. Okay.
Oh.
Um, With an 11, the reason that I said Arcana makes sense is because I won't go into it because secrets are secrets. Based on some of your history and some of the time that you've spent in certain places, Goxon, you have maybe overheard someone talking about different summoning creatures. So you would know, maybe you overheard him talking about fire elementals are usually summoned to the material plane by a magical means, or they come through some type of rift. But they're usually found in like volcanoes, or near somewhere similar to that. With an 11, I will say they are currently standing at half health. So like I said, they're not full power.
What'd you say?
They're at half health. So they're, like I said, they're at half health. Okay. Okay. And let me see.
You're at half health. Okay, that's
They are susceptible to water.
mhm.
And anyone within a 10-foot radius will take burning damage.
Ooh. I don't like the sound of that.
That's wait. That's
So Gox
It's not if they make contact with them. It's only if they're near them.
in the radius, that makes sense. They're giant fire beings. I feel like that makes sense. If you get too close,
So-
you start getting burned up.
Our marshmallows are already toasting.
I will read.
My-
I will
my
read
mellows
the.
are good.
I will read the description as it's. Even though like it was only 11, there's a lot more to these creatures that I'm not giving you, so I'm being pretty vague. But just for the sake of understanding, one of their traits is called Fire Aura. At the end of each of the elemental's turn, each creature in a 10-foot emanation originating from the elemental takes 1d10 fire damage. So it's at the end of their turn.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify that specific rule so that way it doesn't get a little lost in translation. But like I said, there's a couple other things that you're not too familiar with, but you know, very susceptible to water damage, and they're hot as fuck. So standing next to them for a long period of time is not ideal.
Yeah. Goxton's essentially going to relay that information to the crew in the best way possible. I mean, you guys all just heard it, so. And then, like, I don't know, I'm still torn. I'm still very torn. Like, I feel like we need, like, a group decision, like, if we're gonna,
Do they like
attack
talk
or
or
not.
anything? Or we just
I
don't-
will.
No, they're not gonna talk. They're not gonna be, like...
No, they do not
We
understand.
can't like force them.
They do not understand common. Yes, they do not understand. They only know their language, which is primordial. I will remind you, Jeremy, that you do have the ability to turn your Eldritch Blast into lightning damage. Hint, hint. Hint, 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 hint.
Are fire elementals weak to lightning damage?
That is not what I
Because
said.
if so, then that's... I mean, I know what you're
Hint,
saying.
hint, 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 hint.
I have 3
Okay.
rounds of haste left, so and
We're-
healing potion, so I can take the brunt.
You're down... Tom's down to fuck.
I'm always down in the tank, bro.
Hey, so
Let's get it. If you're going down, I'm going down with you, alright?
oh fuck,
That's all I need to hear.
And then
is
just
Jade
tell her-
here yet?
Yeah, Jade
Tell it
is-
disengages.
Hey, I don't know what to do.
Oh.
I have one
What?
spell slot left.
Goxon, what are you doing?
I have a
These
question.
motherfuckers are burning the town
Oh,
down,
yeah.
buddy.
Well, now you threw me off with the whole lightning thing. Like, I know that I can change my Eldritch Blast to lightning, but, like, the fuck does that gotta do with anything?
Pull the trigger.
Oh my gosh. Does
Yeah,
any
I
of
guess
the
I'm gonna
physical attacks
engage.
do
I
anything?
guess I'm gonna engage, and I'm just gonna, yeah,
You-
I'm gonna start, I'm gonna stay kind of where I am. Actually, hold on, let me pinpoint. Can you look at the map real quick? I'm gonna point an area. Is there a way, because I can't really tell what this is, it looks like a bundle of wood almost. Oh my god, my cursor is like tweaking out. This fucking shit. The tree in the south area with the wood by it, you see that?
Yeah, that looks like
Southeast.
stacks of wood.
Yeah, am I able to climb up on that and then onto that roof right there? Like, if
Those
I have
are,
enough footage?
that's called an athletics check, my guy.
Okay, let's, okay, so I'm going to go this way. And then I'm going to do my athletics check to see if I can get on up.
Are you trying to get up on that little green lip by the fence?
Will you
And then-
be within range though?
I'm trying to get up on the roof to the left. The green, like, roof to the left.
Yeah, okay. I
Well,
just
from
wanted to
there,
make sure.
I guess, yeah. I want to get up on there, and then I would chill up there, and then if need to, bound back to, like, the roof below.
You,
or
you
to the
are
right.
definitely out of range of your Eldritch Blast, I'm assuming, just so you know.
It's 120 feet. No, just less.
Hell
Never
yeah.
mind. Jesus Christ, why?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. That thing's a fucking sniper rifle, dude. I'm trying to get up on a roof.
He's
and
just
snipe
an
this
archer
motherfucker.
with magic.
I got 15 health. I can't get close to that motherfucker. Like,
Nope.
hell
Neither
no.
can I.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, athletics check. Let's athletics check. So athletics check for me is strength +2, and my strength. Okay, yeah, my strength is. So how does that work if I'm rolling my own die?
Roll a
doing
D,
it, right? So my
roll,
strength-
roll a D20 and add 2.
Okay, so I'm not adding anything else. I'm not actually worrying about my 15 strength. I'm just worrying about the +2. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. We play this once every 2 weeks, so I need fucking reminders.
I think athletics
feel
is
ya.
technically a dexterity, but
It says strength right there on my fucking.
Okay, I
character
didn't
sheet.
remember. I didn't remember if athletics was strength. Or, I'm thinking of acrobatics.
Y'all
I
see,
can't-
I ain't lying. That's a
We're just watching
19.
Goxen try to pull himself up like a 2-foot guy.
That's a 19 plus
A
2.
19. Yeah, 19 will do it. So you run. You kind of jump up on the logs, and they start moving a little bit, but you still build them enough momentum, and you just like
Hell
easily hop up on top of the onto the lip. What are you doing from there?
From here, I'm
ground
going
advantage.
to. Good point. High ground advantage. Does that mean so I just get advantage when I'm up here? That's all.
Yeah, so I would say roll roll twice and take the higher.
Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to turn my Eldritch Blast to lightning, and I'm just going to use it as lightning for this encounter.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast to lightning.
Yep. I'm going to do it on what do I want? I guess Fire Elemental 1 because he's kind of feeling saucy. So
Fuck him.
yeah, it's 1. What is it? 1d10 plus 3. Where's my d10 at? That's not it. This is it. Okay. So I'll roll it twice, take the higher.
Yes,
That's a
sir.
9. I don't think it's gonna get higher than that, but I'll see if I roll a 10. Nope.
You have
so
to-
yeah, 9.
You have to roll your AC to attack. Your D20 first to attack.
Oh yeah, yeah. Excuse me. That's a 1. So.
Well,
I
that's
guess.
that's no, that's
Oh,
the
that's
one.
the advantage. That's the advantage.
You roll it again.
Okay. 9. Plus.
9 plus what?
What do I do? It's just initiative.
It's
with
like
the
your
plus?
spell casting.
Oh, the
modifier.
DC. It's the DC. I thought you said AC. I don't know why. Plus 5. So 9 plus 5. Yeah, 14. That's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
that hits. So now roll
Okay,
your
so-
damage, and not with advantage. Just whatever your damage is, roll that.
I can't use what I rolled before. I gotta reroll. it?
No, because you kept rolling. You're rolling all the dice.
Damn.
I got 10.
Made that.
So that's
All
even
right.
better than last time. So that's
Okay.
13 damage. It's 10 plus 3. 13 of lightning.
13 damage.
Heyo.
All right. So
Fire
you from the up to the top, like it's not like it's high ground, but because they're so big that they are kind of adjacent. But being so high up kind of clears out the battlefield for you. There's nothing in your way, so you just have a clear shot. You pull your hand back, this cackling lightning rips through the sky. It hits into the body and kind of sinks into the flames, and you see it just like shoot through real quick. And yeah, that was a hefty shot.
Nice.
And he kind of turns and looks at you and just roars, and the fire kind of ignites a little bit higher.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Shit.
No going back now.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go back down.
We can't run because he engaged. I can't run away.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can.
You-
can, but
You,
Oh, okay.
Just leave, guys.
the
Okay, we'll get to
if
that.
Brunier's
We'll get to that when
scrapping,
it's my turn.
I'm not running. I
The-
will die.
the
with that
option. Well, the thing that you guys have to remember is like the option to run is always available. Just because you've engaged with an enemy doesn't mean you're locked into that battle. There's literally an action called disengage, where you can use disengage. You can run past people; they won't have opportunity attack for you. You're never locked in a situation. That was
And
more
just
of my
because
point.
and just because we're engaged doesn't mean that you have to be. It's all up to your character and what your character would do in the situation. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and we're also not locked into, like, I use these maps for a visual aid, but we're not locked into this scenario. You know what I mean? Like, if you say, I want to go do this, like, we can just use our mind. We don't have to have an actual visual aid. I just use this because it makes battling a little bit smoother, so you can see all of the moving parts.
Is there a town fire department? Can a Zip go try to get a fucking fire truck to pull up and spray these motherfuckers or something? We got medieval fire trucks in this bit.
I got to roll for that.
You guys were in
Yeah, roll-
barrels,
roll
so
for
you
fire
didn't
trucks,
see.
roll for fire trucks.
Roll for fire trucks.
I think we killed the fire department, to be honest.
Probably.
Oh,
Hunter,
probably
run the
good.
fire truck.
It is Elemental 2's turn. He is going to. It's so weird. I don't know how to like gauge these guys because they take up fucking 4 squares.
He just steps in the fountain himself.
Yeah, they big twos.
So he is going to.
He's a
just,
big dummy.
He's going to just lurch, seeing his like weird sort of brethren get attacked. He's going to lurch towards Doxson. Same thing,
Oh.
like just like hunched forward, hand on the ground, dragging fire behind them. They're just making their slow approach towards you guys. So that is the end of his turn.
Uh-oh.
Before I forget, Jade, would you like to roll your initiative for Claudia?
Sure.
I'll be listening, but I'm gonna go pee. So I'll go.
Can we listen to that?
We all can hear it.
Love these visual effects.
But you can
Yeah,
make
Chad.
sure you can make sure my cat doesn't do anything.
Oh, so you might actually be next.
She technically should have went before the elemental, but it's fine.
It's alright, we'll adjust for next round.
Yeah,
I realized
writing
that
it down
I
now.
never set my feet, and I apologize.
Claudia, what you doing?
Whoops.
Alright, I'm also going to try to get high ground for advantage on shots.
Okay, love it.
You said that was athletics to acrobatics.
I would say it's either or.
Okay.
I think athletics is more of like a physical pulling yourself up out, whereas acrobatics is more of like a dexterous kind of like hopping from spot to
Yeah.
spot.
Let me see.
Oh,
I'll do acrobatics.
We are absolutely going to get separated.
And then I'm gonna try to go onto maybe like parkour up all this wagon stuff onto this roof over here.
okay, what'd you roll?
I'm not gonna roll yet. I'm just saying what I was gonna do first.
Okay.
But I rolled a 19.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's more than enough. So you see these fire elementals running towards you, you spin around and you kind of just hop along this cart, and it's a pretty big gap between the cart and the roof, but you're able to just very easily just glide straight up it. So yeah, you're up on the roof.
Which elemental took damage? One.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also just to add to that. I'm gonna hunter's mark him
Okay.
Roof.
and do my roll for shooting. I should forget how much I add on to it then.
Do you get double?
+7. Huh? Oh, and I roll twice. Yeah.
Okay.
With hunter mark, it's additional damage. I should forget how it works.
No, I wasn't sure it
So my first roll, I got a 18. Second roll, I got what's 7 plus 9?
16.
16.
Okay, so 8. I'll go with the 18.
18 definitely
Oh, hell
hits.
And then for my damage,
Either would hit.
Yeah, either one of them hits. They're pretty big targets.
I hope so.
let's see what the damage is. Okay, so my damage on its own with just the arrow is 1d8 plus 3. I got 8.
Okay, so that was 8 damage from the arrow.
Yeah, so I got 5, but then plus 3, so it's 8 total.
Okay, I have a question
so-
for you. For the additional damage for the hunter's mark, does
Yeah.
it say like what type of damage?
1d6. Oh, sorry, I just rolled in the thing.
Whoopsie.
That's fine.
1d6. But I got a 6, so I might just keep it. It doesn't say.
I think it's just additional damage. I don't think it's.
It sounds
I don't
like
think it's
additional in that case.
elemental. Yeah.
I might be additional
Yeah.
piercing damage. So I was listening to like Critical Role, and I think Vex was able to use Hunter's Mark, but the additional damage was what her bow, the damage her bow, her arrows.
Right.
That's what I figured. So what's your
Yeah, so I think
additional
it's just
damage?
piercing damage. So altogether that's 8 plus 6, so that's 14.
Hell yeah.
14 total. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So
And
You
which
hop
which
up-
one did you hit?
fire elemental 1.
Nice.
So you run, you glide onto the top, you slide, you turn, you pull an arrow back, and you unleash it, and it flies through, and it hits it right in the chest, and it sinks in, and you see it stagger back for a moment, and you can tell that it hurt, but as the arrow goes into its body, you see the arrow just melt and just disappear, and you can tell that it did not take the full damage that it would have taken from the arrow.
Alright, so only 7 then.
But it did take damage.
Probably. It's like damage halved, the piercing, resist the piercing damage.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, but it's okay.
Makes sense. They're not solid beans.
Try to tell you without telling you.
Right.
Alright, so
That's
Claudia
good.
went, Elemental 2 went, Brunier, you are up.
Alright, cool. So I am going to make my way. Since I'm still in haste, my movement speed is doubled.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of 25, it's now 50. And I'm gonna
Break that fucking fountain. Break that
3,
fucking fountain.
4, 5, 6, 7, and then I guess like yeah, I'm gonna stop right here. All right, before I break this fountain, do we want it? All right, so Bobby, DM question. I would assume I break the fountain, it would spill out kind of like cone style.
Yeah, I would say because it's just a normal fountain and it's not compartmentalized. When you break it,
Right.
I think it's safe to assume that all of the water is going to rush out towards whatever side
A
you
certain direction.
break it in. Yeah.
So if I broke it in 2 directions, it wouldn't work as well. I can only break it in 1.
I mean, well, so with your haste, you do have 2 actions, so you, in theory, like would be
That's
able to
why I
smash one side and then smash the other. But yeah, that would split it. So it
Okay.
wouldn't be obviously like as much water going out because it would be divvied up.
Right. So how far out? All right, just numbers wise, would it?
I mean, it's tough to gauge because they're like so wonky on it, but they are like both pretty much like within range because like especially Elemental 2 is like right there. Elemental 1 is a
Right.
little bit further away, but I would say that like they're right there. Like water is not going to feel great rushing under their feet.
Oh yeah, no. So I would assume. All right, let's say for the sake of the matter, I break 1 spot, it's a cone of 60. I break 2 spots, it's a cone of 30 water. Like, how would you gauge that?
Yeah, I would say like I'm trying to find something real quick, and then that will help me.
Do your thing. That's why I want to. That's why I ask before I do anything. Is that where I want to break this? I think I'm going to go for Elemental 2 just to kind of get that a little bit of damage and kind of cut him off so he's moving through water.
Does that mean that he'll take like water damage, or is that just like is that?
No,
that's a-
I'm pretty sure he takes some kind of damage just from making contact with water. It's probably not much, but it's still damage. And if he's a big spot, the more squares he's taken up, I think the more damage he's going to take moving through it.
And I think that's definitely going to amplify
But-
if I use like the lightning Eldritch Blast. Like if they're both touching
yeah,
water,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
attack both of them with like 1 shot. You know what I mean?
Yep. I like
If the
that.
water's connected. If.
Exactly. If they're in the
everyone
right
is so-
spot.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
No. Absolutely.
All right. I'm leaving
No.
now. Do these characters, do these elementals, are they affected by? So, is psychic powers effective?
You have no idea. The only thing that you know is as it took a physical arrow to the chest, it evaporated inside of it. It still took damage, but it was clearly not as effective as it could have been. But that was a
But the lightning
physical.
damage did something.
Exactly. So those are the two things you know.
It
The light.
seems
Say
like
that one more time.
it seems like energy like something that's not physical will hurt it. So if it's psychic damage that's not physical, it sounds like it's gonna hurt it.
But if you have to get close to it, you do take fire damage.
Yeah, and I
Suicide
can't
bomber.
afford that.
Type shit.
So,
I don't know what in the. I'll
Tom,
ask her.
I can't find a good number for the average water fountain. The one that I have found is Buckingham Fountain, which is 1.5 million gallons of water, which is probably not accurate. Or this lovely $400 Home Depot Castle Fountain that has 8 gallons of water. So we're gonna go with 8 gallons of water, but I feel like that's like not a lot.
I
Just
would
look up
feel,
what the average like outside gallonage of a outdoor fountain is. I don't know.
can I put my dummy knowledge into the mix real quick?
Sure.
So, in my mind, I could be wrong. I don't understand the aqueduct system of fucking fantasy towns, but I would assume there's constantly water flowing through there. So if he breaks the pipes, they're gonna non-stop come out. I don't think the water's just gonna stop. I'm assuming it's like an aqueduct system, like what the Romans used, right?
Yes.
Which is probably coming from like
Even if we
an
can
outside
find,
source
like,
that's much larger than a couple gallons. You know what I mean?
So,
right.
so
Even if we
I'm
can find like
I'm-
barrels of beer or something. Like,
I am more specifically looking for the amount of water that's going to initially rush at him. That was my
Man, make up whatever you think is fair. Good DM.
You can make it similar to a flash flood.
yeah,
could
like
do
if you
that.
want to do
It
like
could
a
be some
gallon
Noah's
a
Ark
square,
type shit.
how far it spreads out. Like,
I'm just trying to get an idea. I just figured Ben was gonna wet his handkerchief and fucking slap him with it, and I was like, I know how much damage that's gonna do. I have that figured out.
Unfortunately, they're too close now.
no, I am always scheming something on our 2 weeks off.
So
I will not run.
I'm going to roll a D100, and whatever ends up rolling is what we're going to have in it.
Oh, boy.
I like
That
I like
is-
kind of
That is 82 gallons of water.
Jesus Christ.
That is what we're gonna go.
that. Let's go.
So, what's your move, Bernier?
So, I'm gonna break the fountain. So how many gallons per square if that thing breaks?
Are you breaking it on? Are you breaking it on both sides?
Well, I guess that all depends on your call, because I could, but if
Well,
there's actually
if you
no, because we could just flood this area, and kind of give us a little bit of like a safe zone. That even if they're coming towards Bin, Azib, Claudia, and Goxen, like it's still like kind of a disadvantage area for them.
Okay, we didn't have that down.
Yeah, so I could
Still the one that has.
right. So I could break this one,
And we can always move
this
to
one.
where the water is too.
Yeah,
Place ourselves behind.
right. So I guess the question is, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna break. I'm gonna do a strength check with advantage because I'm raging to Blood Elemental 2. Alright, so that is I believe a 19. Let me just double check my strength modifier. Yeah, 19 altogether.
Yeah, no, that does it. So you run over
Okay.
and you wedge your axe inside the fountain. Like you hop in, you run over, you wedge it in, and you kind of use it as leverage and just rip all of this stone up out of it, and this water just comes ripping through, and just comes up and hits the elemental's feet. And as it hits it, it's enough water that it rushes into his, like, up to his knees almost. And you can see the fire starting to go out, and you see it almost like lava, how, like, when, you know how it turns, like, hard? You can see its legs starting to turn, like, harden. And, I'm trying to figure out how to damage that.
It might say. Well, that's why I think we
No.
need to decide how many gallons are.
It says how much damage it's supposed to do. And I will read it to you. The elemental takes 1d6 cold damage for every 5 feet the elemental moves in the water, or for every gallon of water splashed on it. So, in theory, if you just splashed, I would say that was 82 gallons, he takes up 5, 10, he takes up like 4 squares. So that's...
Feel free to edit my water flow.
I think that's a great water flow. I think
that's 20 feet of damage. So I will say...
And how many gallons would you say are taking up per square? Or are you not working with the gallon method?
I'm just trying to figure out how to, like, relay it, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck it. Roll. So it's 5 feet for every gallon. So I'm going to... So I'm gonna say 1 gallon cut. I think like
2 gallons per 5 feet.
Yeah, I would say like 2 gallons per 5 feet. So that's...
You're overthinking it, my boy.
What are you saying? What do you say?
No.
You know, fuck it. Roll roll me out. I'm gonna do this to you out of spite. Roll me 8d6 damage, you fucker.
So like a d6 8 times is what you're asking him to do?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I was getting mad at us for putting the fountain.
No, I'm not mad.
Put the fountain there, bud.
I feel bad because I want to reward the creativity, but I don't know how to, like, mathematicize it, if that makes sense. And I don't want to undersell it and make it do like 4 damage. You know what I mean? But I also don't want to be like, yeah, he takes 82d6 damage.
Also, just while he's doing that,
17 damage altogether.
That was not as much as I was expecting.
I rolled a lot of 1s, so bullshit.
Oh, damn. Okay, so
a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can tell that, like, despite being at half health, they're both bloodied. Like, you know, the Elemental 1 has taken some major damage. Elemental 2 now, like I said, like, all this water rushing past him.
And
his legs are, like, really starting to, like solidify. They're getting beat up. You guys are fucking these dudes up.
Oh shit.
And is that fountain still flowing? Would I be able to break the opposite side for Elemental 1, or...
I would say
dig deeper in the ground, punch deeper in the ground, and get deeper into the
I don't
fucking.
think it works like
It does in your head.
I would say that enough is rushed out that you could probably do it to the other side, but it's not going to be nearly as effective. It'll be enough to cover the ground that
Like
he's
a
like
spur.
walking on, so he'll take elemental damage like while he walks through it, but he's not going to get that
Will-
initial push.
Will Elemental 2 take another round of water damage if I leave it as is? You say?
So they do take elemental damage for every 5 feet that it moves through. So if this water is pouring through as
Okay,
he
so I'm gonna
moves
leave-
through it, he's gonna keep taking damage.
So I'm gonna leave this guy. I'm gonna leave Elemental 2 just have water still flowing on him. Does that work for everyone?
Seems good to me.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
And
cool.
then I am going to. I have 2 more squares I can move.
Can I make a recommendation real quick, Tom?
So,
If you're moving to the other side of the fountain, can you scoop with your hand to pour a trail of water connecting the 2 patches of water, please? Can you do that for me?
I'm gonna have to get up right in his
Scooch.
fucking biscuits if I'm gonna have to.
Right in the gullet.
Trail.
Well, I'm saying if you're already in there, you just like splash some water to the side after you do your initial
but there's
water to connect. the
Fire
two.
damage.
You're really stressing his
Remember.
bonus action maneuvers. I would say
Yeah,
it's
both
Yeah,
actions.
yeah,
Splash.
I
let's
would
also
say-
keep in mind that I am now fucking wet.
Yes.
That is true. You're gonna have to get the fuck out of there, Tom, or else you're
Yeah.
gonna get hurt.
So
You're gonna get
1,
hurt.
Stay in the fountain the whole time.
2. Yeah, I'm gonna hop right here, and I'm gonna hop on the outside of the fountain, right on the other side of the wall, even though I'm kind of on a weird square here.
Nice.
And then he's kind of out of range for me. But do I have any javelins left?
The fucking javelins.
I know. Do I love them?
Every little bit helps.
Do I have any javelins? I feel like every encounter, I just hear Tom go, "How many javelins do I have?"
Well, I
They're all
didn't.
javelins.
I know. I think I used 2 in the cellar that I didn't retrieve.
It did light on fire, to be fair.
Yeah, I think you used
fine.
2 of them in there. And no, you didn't grab them
Yeah.
on your way out.
No, so I'm down to 1. I'm just gonna throw my other javelin at Elemental 1.
Okay. The longest single
What's
turn of
Bruni- what's-
combat I've ever seen.
What's Brunier's health, by the way, Tom?
I would say a scale of 1 to 32. I'm like a 28.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little gung ho right now. You know, because I'm still feeling pretty good. And I have no problem being on the front.
You
Oh.
guys have to remember too that barbarians are like one of the only classes that don't have to long rest after every fucking battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit!
I can't do half of my fucking skills because I used them all in the goddamn last encounter.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
no.
That's that javelin's going.
So you
He's
just,
so angry, he just breaks the javelin, pulling it out.
Yeah, my hands are fucking wet, so it just slips right out.
just slips. You see it go into the building like behind him, and you just hear somebody like scream. Like you probably hit these 8 that originally ran away. All right, that is round 2. A zip. What you doing?
Am I so? Oh, I don't know. I've been
Range
trying to think
attacks,
this
range
entire
attacks,
time, like
we're
what
good.
to do.
Yeah, I think you're overthinking it.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm just scared. I'm just like, I'm going to die if I don't do something. I mean, I can't climb on anything, I guess.
You can climb on top of the stands, I guess.
What
You-
stands? Oh, the stands
mean-
in front of us?
If you go up by Claudia, maybe she could help you up. I don't know how that works.
Do I have like any advantage right now because I'm between 2 people? No,
No.
that doesn't work.
If you want to try and get up next to Claudia, but that's gonna take athletics.
Because you're at no more halfling. gnome, would just
I'm a
passive
gnome.
like heart be enough to give you advantage?
No, 'cause she would need high ground.
can't hear
like,
you, what?
Especially with the elemental.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was like a height based on our height or based on their height.
No, I would think you'd have to be at least eye height with the elemental or above the elemental to get that advantage.
Check.
Just, I don't know, that's what I would
Okay.
think. Swallow the shit.
Uh, well, I could, Okay, so these things that are red, they're just like on fire, right? I still have-
Yeah, I mean, those were you can just yeah, most of the buildings and stuff like that are on fire at this point.
Alright, well, my character, Azip, is fucking pissed off because we're in this mess, and I'm not gonna dip out on you guys. So I'm literally just gonna, I guess, whip around, Finn. I'm just gonna, I guess, move to the side because I don't want to hurt him.
I mean, you can just shoot around
And
him,
I'm
you know.
gonna use. Oh wait.
You
Yeah,
don't have
that's
to shoot
true.
straight through him.
So-
He's so tall, you can just shoot between his legs. Pew!
So, here's my problem. So I have psychic blades, right? But that's like, it says it's like weapon category is simple melee, so that means that I have to be
You might
near
have to
them.
be within range, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get up close.
Unless you
Sandy.
I
want
have a
to.
crossbow.
Yeah, is there range attacks with the crossbow? Can you add that to your range attacks?
No, it's like she can summon
have
like
a
a physical
bow.
psychic dagger. It's not something that will like transfer to like
Yeah,
an
like I have psychic blades.
Now, hear me out
Uh,
here. What if you summoned that blade and then fucking tied it onto a fucking arrow?
you would
Use
have
it as an
That's a
arrowhead.
thing?
No, it's not.
That's,
No,
that's a
the-
homebrew
well-
right there. You got it, Bob.
Hey, I'm just saying. You know, think outside the
It's a
box.
good question. Good
You
question.
can
It's a
Return back
good
if you
question.
throw them. You just toss them.
you can throw them.
Okay,
I don't
question.
see why that would be an issue, but I don't know how effective that's
We're
gonna
throwing,
be.
we're throwing what?
You could throw a dagger.
I was gonna say, what is finesse what does finesse and thrown mean?
Finesse is
Like, what does
the
finesse
type of
mean and what does
weapon,
thrown mean?
and throw is if it's thrown.
So I can throw the psychic blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
not. You're gonna have a different boost
I guess they would
to
return
your
back.
attack.
It's psychic.
Yeah, you use a bonus action to summon it. So if she throws it, she could, in theory,
Oh,
just
okay.
use her next bonus action to summon it again.
Yeah, so your next turn
And
you
what's
could
an
bonus action
ability-
it back.
What is? So it says if I throw it, the thrown is 120 feet,
That's
and it says damage on a hit is 1d6 psychic plus ability modifier used for the attack. So what does that mean?
oh,
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's like
You're-
you manifest these blades.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I'm manifesting.
That
Oh, yeah.
your modifier might be where it says like on your actions. It's either your spell modifier or your like initiative modifier, like whatever you add on for the attack. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at your character.
I don't know. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I will say, for the sake
Lean
of
to the
ease, I can find your proficiency modifier, which is 2, so we can just at the moment say that's also your ability modifier because I can't find that in front of me.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
Because I'm not entirely sure what her spellcasting would be, if it's wisdom, wisdom or intelligence.
hmm
I'm not sure.
You might say that in her spell section too.
Spell?
It just says she doesn't have any spells. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and throw
Well-
the psychic dagger, you can do that. Like I said, you just have to follow the throw bonuses instead of the actual like attack bonus. It does look like you do have, however, if I'm looking at the right thing, you have 4 charges on your blade, I think. No,
That's,
that's
that's like
something.
for,
That's
like,
something different. That's your psionic powers.
I don't even know what that is.
Brit, what's your subclass name again?
I don't
It's
know.
it's the
I don't know.
fuck,
All
what is
good.
it called? Psychic something or other.
I don't know where to find that information, so I'm just gonna not be as creative as I wanted to be because I don't understand it. So I can throw these psychic blades. All right. Well, I have to try to figure out. They go 60 feet, so I'm gonna try to hit. Oh fuck! That one's not the one that's in water though.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
we
don't-
have to chip away at both. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to hit elemental 1, the one
looks
that's
like they're
not
both
in
in
the
range
water.
though. It says 33 for one.
Yeah, it's like
36 for
60
two.
feet.
So the choice is yours.
Wait, so it's 120 feet if I'm throwing it. So I
you're
can.
golden.
I'm gonna throw this. I guess I'm gonna just throw this psychic blade. So I'm gonna have to roll to hit it.
Yeah, roll d1.
So I rolled a 5,
Plus what?
but is that hit? So that's plus 5, so that's a 10.
Yeah.
That does not miss.
And then
Or that does not hit, I'm
Ew.
sorry.
it doesn't miss.
It doesn't hit,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Her soul class is
damn it.
her subclass is Soul Knife.
Yep, I
Um,
missed. I fucking missed.
It's okay.
Yep.
I missed
Okay.
it.
So you summon this psychic blade, and you kind of like, this is the first time ever throwing it, so you kind of like stand back and like look at the trajectory, and you throw it, and it lands a little short. It lands in the dirt, and it kind of just disappears on impact.
Well, I tried.
So
Oh, I'm first.
it is officially Fire Elemental 1's turn. Let me go back to his. So being attacked, they are full of rage, and they are going to turn towards Brunir, being the closest target.
Bring it on!
I don't know how to move these guys because they're such big guys. So they're going to step in, and as he just lumbers towards you, you can feel, you're familiar with the heat of a forge, but as he gets closer and closer, this is so much more intense than this. You can feel the armor and like your body just starting to heat up just from his initial presence, and he is going to take a massive swipe down. I can't even say down because you're like almost like equal with him. He's just going to take a huge.
Yeah, what is their size? We're probably about head to
Kaiju
head,
fight.
just about.
Kaiju.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're standing like toe to toe with this
Well, especially now that we're out of the cellar.
big guy.
ah.
Okay, let's see. What do we do?
I'm going to unmute them for a second.
That
Sorry,
is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. And now
Oh.
that is. You take 9 points of fire damage as he just swipes across your chest, and the flames ignite on your armor.
That's
and
not yeah, that's just straight fire damage, right?
just
There's no-
straight
there's no
fire
resistance
damage.
to that.
Nope.
Well, that's not very good.
And you are
Not good.
currently burning. So just a refresher, a burning creature or object takes 1d4 damage at the start of each of its turns. As an action, you can extinguish fire on yourself by giving yourself the prone condition and rolling on the ground. The fire also goes out
Does-
if doused, submerged, or suffocated.
Does
Enter that fountain,
he
boy.
being in the fountain before this happening have any effect? Could it be like a resistance or anything like that? A little bit, or like half damage since I'm technically
Yeah, that's
maybe
a-
for like the first one.
That's a good point. You are currently wet. So
Maybe resistance for the first one, but
that's
then if
what
I
I would say.
stay
So
away from water after that,
I would say the swipe like really just like dried you up. So as he walked towards you and you felt the heat of his presence, the water like soaking your clothes made the heat bearable, but that swipe took that away, and now the heat in front of you is starting to become, excuse me, unbearable. So
Okay.
I'll say that you're currently, because you are in the fountain, I would think it's fair to say that you're not currently burning, so you're okay for now. But that fire aura that he is emitting is very uncomfortable. Yes. It is Goxon's turn, followed by Claudia.
Trying to make an AI picture of the scene while we.
Wait, I thought we reset.
I'm sorry, I skipped Ben.
Oh, sorry. I was like, wait a second. I didn't
You
go again.
fucking asshole!
My
Okay,
apologies.
No, that's
What?
I was like, I thought I didn't go.
How dare you
Um,
forget about him like that? How dare you?
Bernier,
Well,
how
to be
much
fair, Ben
I'll jump
and
right in.
Elemental A also. Well, they're both at 13, so
Fair,
they have the
fair.
same-
I'm yanking your chain. No, I'm fucking around.
I know.
Tom, what's Bernier's health at?
On a scale of 1 out of 32, I'm like a 19.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Ben is gonna step up now that the giants have kind of moved away, and seeing Bernier take that brutal hit, I am going to forget my spells. There we go. I'm going to cast as a bonus action Healing Word on Bernier.
Yeah.
And it heals a wonderful 10.
Oh, that's cool.
So he gets 10 health back. And Ben is going to cast as his actual spell, burning through spells here, I'm going to cast first level Fairy Fire, which would encompass Elemental 1, Bernier, and Elemental 2 in a 20-foot cube. And what they have to do, each creature in the cube, each creature in the cube has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I have advantage.
Wow.
Did the giants pass, Mommy?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Both,
I wasn't sure.
both of them, or just one of them? I got
Because the spell hits, it's a 20. Oh no, it's fine. It's a 20-foot cube, so he'll hit both of them and Bernier.
I rolled a 16 on the saving throw.
Cool. What do you have to beat?
Wow.
Dexterity
Fire
saving
Elemental
throw.
1 rolled a
They have to
3,
beat a 4. They have to beat a 14. Sorry.
and then the other
cool,
one
so I can-
rolled a nat 20. So 2 saves, 1 fails.
Okay, so Bernier and Elemental 2 save. That means, for as long as the battle ends, basically, attacks have advantage against Elemental 1.
Oh, badass.
That's all, because it didn't work on 2. So that's it.
I like
That's my turn.
Okay, so that's Ben's turn. Elemental 1, Goxon, followed by Claudia.
Okay, quick question. Brunier, are you technically in the fountain right now?
I think-
Technically, I'm on, like,
He's on like the
Are you-
lip.
yeah, I did say I was on the edge of it, but, like, I'm in a weird spot. Like,
But you're
I
not
didn't say
touching the
I-
water at this moment, because if I use my lightning fucking Eldritch Blast, my lightning blast, I guess, Fire Elemental 2, that lightning is gonna spread, and if you're in the water, it's gonna fucking hurt.
I mean, Bobby, did where I was last turn affect when I was attacked? Like, did you think I was in the fountain, or did I say that I was outside of the fountain?
No, I acted as if you were on the lip, and you weren't
So, like,
submerged in the
bouncing kind of?
water.
Just quickly pick your feet up.
I wasn't.
No, that's not how I did it. I said
Okay.
you were wet because you had trudged through it originally, not because you were
Okay.
currently standing in it.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm going to go for Fire Elemental 2. I'm going to stay exactly where the fuck I am. Actually, no, I'm not going to stay exactly where I am. Hold on, let me check the ruler real quick. Let me just get some footages over here.
And you still have advantage up there too.
Oh, we're straight. Yeah, no, I'm just going to bound back a little bit just to be safe. But I'm going to stay on the roof. I'm going to bound back from this roof and just walk on over to this roof over here. About there should be fine. And then I'm going to use Lightning Eldritch Blast on Pyromancer 2. So let me roll for that. 1d10 plus 3. Oh wait, I gotta do the fucking hit DC.
20.
Let me not forget. Let me not forget. Let me not forget.
With advantage.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
with
with
advantage. With
advantage.
advantage. First roll, 2. Glad I have that advantage. Okay. Second roll, 8 plus 5.
Hell yeah.
What's that? 13?
That's 13.
Yeah, 13.
13 hits. It just hits, yeah.
Let's go. Alright, so now I'm gonna roll my D10. Please, oh please, gods of D&D. And that's a 4 plus 3. So
7
4,
damage.
7.
Beautiful.
7 lightning damage. And he's in the water, so.
So I was looking up, that's why I wasn't paying attention when Josh was talking, I apologize. I was trying to find something on, like, a wet monster taking additional damage for lightning damage, and I couldn't find anything. There's no clear rule. The
Like
general...
a thing.
Yeah, the general rule is that homebrew people would just give the person an advantage on the attack, but you already have advantage.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really come up with an on-the-spot way of justifying it because you don't really get like
Okay.
triply
But it would-
advantage.
It would essentially just travel through the water if there were 2 of them, is what you're saying. It's not going to do any extra damage, is what you're saying?
Yeah, there's no real clear cut like someone who's wet gets additional damage done. It's just like some people are just like I give them advantage on the attack to just to compensate for the idea that like wet things tend to electrocute easier. Or
Yeah,
like I
because
was
you move
reading
through
that.
water much faster.
Yeah, or I was reading like some people, if you rolled like a 1 on your damage, they would just let you re-roll the 1 to give you like more damage. But I mean, you hit,
What,
you have advantage already, so.
What's the extra damage for the electric with your Eldritch?
It just changes the type of
Because
because
it changes the type, yeah, it's not extra.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Instead of making it force
I was gonna-
damage, it makes it electric or lightning, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe like for 1 round the water is like electrified. So if you move through it, you take like another, maybe like a 1d4. I don't know. It's
I see what you're saying.
DM's call.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. An additional, like you said, like 1d4. We could do that.
So yeah, what happens? How's he looking? How's he looking?
He's still standing. He took a hit. They're beat up. They're bloodied. They're slowing down. You can see bits and pieces of their fire starting to go out. But they're still moving forward. They're ready to start fucking you guys up because. But it is currently Claudia's turn.
She's readjusting right now.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out
so
what
I'm
Fire
gonna-
Elemental 2 is going to do after his next turn.
Fire Elemental 1 mark is Hunter's Mark. So I'm just gonna do the same thing again, but I'm gonna do for funsies. They have a darkness arrow
Okay.
and try to put it like around its head so it can be like blinded so it can't see where it's going.
What do you know what space that takes up? Like how many?
I don't. I'm looking at the
Okay.
this is a homebrew thing.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Let me see my inventory
Um,
really quick. I should have been doing this before.
Yeah, because we basically said it was like the darkness spell, but on an arrow, essentially, right? Yeah, I mean, the darkness spell itself, 15-foot spear of radius. I would say because they're so tall, that 15-foot spear would kind of just, like, engulf his vision alone. It wouldn't really affect everybody else.
Okay. Would it do damage as well, or just affect his vision?
Yeah, I think it still would be piercing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. But just the effect of also the darkness. Okay.
I Darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness is spreading.
Alright, cool. Let me fire my arrow.
We're gonna earn this level up.
Okay. Alright, I got a 14. The hit?
Yeah, was that with advantage?
Oh no, I didn't roll a second time.
Oh, yeah, just in case you have 20.
That's a 20, but a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, either way it hits. I got excited. I was like, ooh, a nat 20.
For just normal damage.
Yeah,
My
right.
damage and that mark flinch.
Which one are you attacking?
The one I have Hunter's Mark, 1.
One. Okay, perfect.
So that is a 4 plus 3, so 7 damage, with just a regular damage. And then.
I mentioned that attacks have advantage against 1, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. She
Yeah.
she rolled.
I
With advantage.
completely forgot.
Lovely.
So. 10 points of damage altogether.
That is probably half.
10 points. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So same thing.
Now he has the darkness cloud over his head, so he can't see.
Yeah, so he is blinded, so you don't see it because you just see this arrow shoot through the air, leaving just this cloud of pitch black, and it hits into his face, and it sinks in, and before you can see whether or not the arrow evaporates, all of a sudden, like, smoke just starts to pour out of his body, and it's darker than the normal, like, smoke and heat that is coming off, and you kind of see him start swinging a little bit more frantically, and he is currently blind.
Advantage on attacks and blinded. Let's go.
I'm trying to remember what blinded is. I think he just has disadvantage on his attacks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, it is Elemental 2's turn. I don't know what they would do. I guess he would just, seeing his, the other elemental,
His bro.
his bro, I think he would just start walking towards the group. So he would take 5, 1, 2. So as he marks through, he's going to take, Tom, if you would like to roll, that was 3d6 additional damage, if you want to roll that, since you were the crafty person that broke the fountain.
Is that added with the lightning damage?
Yeah, and then add an additional 1d4 on top of it.
Nice.
So that's 16 damage altogether with the water and lightning.
Oh yeah.
That is exactly how much health he had. So,
Let's
so,
go.
so Ben, he was going towards you. So you see,
Oh, thank goodness.
you see him just like slowly sludging through this water as it's ripping through, and you can see the energy kind of like as the water splashes up on him. You see it putting out different pieces of this form, and you see the electricity just running up these like now darkened parts of his body. And as he walks towards you and he pulls his claw up to swipe down on you, you see everything continue to harden, and the flames just go out, and it just crumbles to ash in front of you. And that fire
Wait, that was against Ben?
Yeah, he was going towards Ben.
That's hilarious.
Ben does the thing where you like wipe when you're done. You like wipe your hands, like just wipe your hands together.
Yeah, just
So he is done. Fire Elemental 2 is out. It is Brunier's turn.
alrighty. I would guess since he's blinded, I could kind of move around him without attacks of opportunity.
I would just. I think so.
I'm not going too.
I'd say so.
I'm not going too far. Like I'm just gonna go like 1, 2, like just get like here, just so I'm a little out of range since I can, since I have the giant's feet to add on to my reach.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it's so stupid. I'm just gonna start swinging at him with my axe because I'm a goddamn brute, and I used my one good idea of the day, so now I'm just back to just swinging at it.
That is in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so first attack.
Also, I made some crazy AI pictures that I sent in the fucking chat of what's happening right now.
Oh no.
How the hell did you do
Oh,
that?
so first attack was a 15.
That
altogether.
hits.
And then second attack.
Oh hell yeah.
Do you want me to roll damage first, or do you want me? Can I roll both attacks right away?
If you want to do both attacks, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like how conveniently Goxen is the coolest looking, rather conveniently.
I did
Yeah,
not
right?
try to make that happen. There's also
Well, that's
2
what happens
bins
when he's
for some reason.
I think when you're just a dragon. Oh, so the second one was a 15 too.
Still hits.
Yeah, there's 2 bits.
Yeah, I don't know why there's 2 bids.
So first attack.
I know Bobby tried to make something on ChatGPT with Bin, and it just came out looking horrifying.
It did, yeah.
First attack is a 16 altogether. I rolled a 12 on the d12 plus 4,
Okay.
so that's 16. I'm assuming that's halved.
Yep.
And then second attack, I'm gonna use my soldier feat to re-roll the damage for this one. So first one was a 6, and the second was an 8. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna keep the 8 plus 4, so it's a 12 for the second attack. So I'm guessing 8 plus, so 14 damage altogether.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go.
The
I mean,
music
I don't
is
like.
so intense right now too.
Can I like? I guess because he's not
He's like
like.
so excited.
Yeah, dude, I'm so glad we pulled this off. Fucking, I'm guessing since he's not really like a physical being, I guess with my first strike will be like
Kick him in the dick.
second one. Like, what if like my first strike cuts through, and then that like it goes right through him, but then when I go for the second one, it like wedges in like right on like his ribs, and then with just pure brute strength, just pushing through, and then as he like whenever you like when you hit like a burning log and like the sparks just shoot out,
Yep.
can I have at like the second one and just like heave it through him?
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you swing down the first time and then you swing up the second time. It lodges in, and as you're burying this axe just forcefully into its side, you can see the intense heat is just like, it almost looks like your axe is just turning red and like almost starting to melt, and you just keep pushing through. And with like one last swing, it's almost like a gust of air just puts out the rest of them. And like you said, that big spark, like when a log goes off, there's this huge like flash. And when your eyes like reset and you look around and you realize how dark it is, the starry night, house is still on fire. The ashes crumble down from this fire elemental. At your foot lays just a pile of ash, and you can see just a little glimmer, just a little shiny something in there. There's something in the ash for you.
Heyo. Alright, can I also say too, just for a canon moment, since I was up close to both of them, can it be like once the ash clears, like I'm wearing hide armor, but it's like completely burnt, and then like, my
You look like
beard is,
Kratos.
singed. Yeah, like I know. All right, I'm thinking more of like I'm honestly thinking more of like Danny DeVito when he crawls out of the couch, so it's like, just like feet and sweat. It's like, oh. Hide armor is like burnt down to like a Tarzan, like barely. Like you know, like Mike Tyson, the Jake or Logan Paul fight. Like my ass cheeks are out, but it's just covering like my fucking crotch. And then like my beard, like a chunk here is gone. This part is like singed, like it's all fucked up.
You're
from,
hot.
like, the
Yeah,
flame.
his armor's burnt. He smells like jerky for some reason.
it just smells like burnt fur. And I'm literally just going, oh, shine! And then I'm gonna reach in and grab what was that.
So you reach in, and I will add it to your inventory. We can share it with whoever wants it instead. Let me pull that up. Vernier. So as you reach down, you pick it up. You pick up this small ring, and it has like a golden band. And where the jewel normally is this little like firestone, and inside it you can see this fire just like sparking and swirling all around. Yeah, you got a nice little ring. Now I have to remember what.
Not gonna tell us what it does.
Accessories.
Fucking
So
dope.
normally, you're supposed to roll like Arcana or some shit. There it is. Add to equipment. You have acquired something that I homebrewed called the Burning Ring. And it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun making it. I will drop what it looks like. I think I have a AI generated image of it. Yes. Cool.
Let's go, gang.
You guys did it.
Nice fucking work, everyone.
Oh, no, that's just
Oh.
pussy. This is
Alright,
pussy.
Let's take a vote. Who wanted to run before the fight?
Me,
Raise your hand.
dude. What could I have done?
Oh,
Raise
Ben,
your hand.
Ben absolutely was thinking of it.
Yeah, so me and
I-
Bax are the only ones who get the loot. No, I'm kidding.
Claudia was there.
I'm not gonna
Claudia
lie.
was there too.
I was just dumbfounded. Like, what? I literally was panicking. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? If I approached any of them, I definitely would have been dead
Oh yeah, no.
in like 2 rounds.
I was
You,
fully
like-
ready. I'm not joking. I was fully ready to just like die with Tom. I thought we were gonna die and have to make new characters, and I'm about it because I don't think Goxon would have willingly been like, alright, well, let's run away. Fuck it. While his homies are fucking
Right.
getting ganked
Brunier's
up.
going down
Not gonna
swinging.
happen.
It-
Yeah, exactly.
He's he's either dying underneath a 400-pound centaur woman, or he's fucking dying in battle. There's no.
Dying of
There's no
snoo
middle
snoo.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no-
That's
That was my
snoo or battle.
that was my problem. I'm like, no spells. I have a whip. I'm like, great.
Good call though on what you like. That heal was perfect.
Well,
Very
well,
tired.
I realized he was on
Very-
top of you,
very
smacking
tired
you.
too.
So I'm like, I'd better do something.
So the reason that
Yeah, I
I
had
did
nothing.
the reason that I did that to you guys, the combat after in combat, was because one of those things that I was reading like right away when I was trying to learn about DMing is that the issue with D&D is that you can just sleep and like all your wounds are healed. So like a lot of the things that
Right.
people do to kind of prevent that is make there be agency. So I was like, well, what if that's not what if the Thieves Guild isn't the real fight? And
Yeah.
I just ran.
That was an
out.
interesting idea.
I definitely didn't
all
see it
about it.
coming. I definitely did not see it coming. I'm like, not to like, I don't know, say anything, but with stories, I feel like I'm pretty good at like seeing where it goes. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't see that coming at all. So I think that was
by the
good.
way,
That was good.
now that we're out of combat, I guess my haste spell is just gone like that.
You have the like
Are
a
we?
hangover, dude. You are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
So
no, I literally just pick up the ring. I'm like, ooh, shiny, and I'm literally just shrinking down to like normal size, and I'm just like standing there, just like passed out.
so
While everything around you is on fire.
Yeah.
So the two things, just the burning ring. I'll just read it off to you because it is a homebrew item. A golden ring with a ruby at the center. Inside the ruby, you can see a fire whirling inside. This ring grants fire resistance. It also holds 3 charges of burning hands. At the end of the day, you can roll a 1d4 and it recovers that many charges. If you roll a 4, the first spell that you cast with burning hands will be casted at 2nd level. And then I also have the details. Burning hands as you hold up your hands, a thin sheet of flame shoots
that a-
forth from your fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting ability. On a failed save, the creature takes a 3d6 fire damage. On a save, they take half damage. And then at 2nd level, it's 4d6.
So Brunier picks up the ring and then he basically collapses.
Because he had his speed potion, and you become lethargic
My
after.
haste
So
ran out, so I'm just.
So Ben sees Brunier just kind of fall over, and he does like the hands to the face thing, and he runs over and he wants to dip his whip in and like give Brunier some water. He just sees him conk out.
I appreciate that, buddy.
So,
Good shit. Is there anyone want to loot the second one?
I was gonna say, is there loot on the second one?
there is no
Like a
loot on
pile
the
of
second
ash?
one. Yeah, you go through and it's just ash. There's just nothing left. I just wanted to I wanted to give you guys something for if on the off chance you guys did fight it. I was like, they have to get something cool out of this. So
Yeah.
In the case,
Yeah, valid.
can Ben, as I did before the fight, can Ben look for crystal fragments?
you can, but you did see that all of the fragments
Most
that
of them
were
were
viable
spiders.
had disintegrated and kind of disappeared. So to set the scene, the marketplace is on fire. As you guys kind of like take a moment to breathe and recollect yourselves from a very long night, you can still hear a lot of commotion through the city. You can see the occasional purple, like, winged creature fly by. A lot of them have kind of started to go out of the town. And just for, like, detail's sake, when you guys came out and saw everything going on, you didn't see where Sasha went, but I think Thief 2 left at the same time as you guys, and he did go north.
I mean, we stopped the drug trade, I guess.
We didn't stop where it's coming from, though.
Did we?
You just stopped the middleman.
Yeah. We need
I
to
don't
find
know.
Sasha.
I don't know if the dealer's gonna want to deal with anything after that.
Listen, I think we're in too deep. I think we gotta kill them all. If we find any more, I don't think we can talk to them. I think we have to kill them. I think we're in too deep.
Now that everything has calmed down, and you guys, I would say you guys have kind of just like, I'm assuming, kind of regrouped and are like talking amongst everything. I did
Yeah, I
want
was
to.
gonna say, let's. do
I
that,
did
yeah.
want to remind a Zip. I left it. I didn't send it to you yet because you were in the middle of combat, so like your character didn't have a chance to look at it. So I didn't want you also to be able to look at it. I'm going to DM you everything that you found from the Thieves Guild.
Nice.
So just give me 1 second. Let me find that.
Finally.
Because
Maybe
remember,
it's
you got that cape, the cloak, so you can that's in your inventory, so you can equip that if you want to. And then where did it go?
And I would assume these
Is that the clo-
spots and this spot aren't burning anymore because of the water.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let me know when I'm allowed to like do like free roam stuff. I'm letting you like do your thing. I don't want to like.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
No, you're good. Oh, it's in. Yep. Okay. I just want to take care of the stuff that I sent. I'm sending a Zip. I just got to copy and
Yeah,
paste
you're
it.
good. You're good. You're good.
Okay. So, like I said, you found that cloak that was Sasha's, and then you found and I think you guys found it on the bodies of the thieves guild that you looted. You found these silver coins that have the thieves guild logo on them. And then I am going to send over. Where are you? I'm going to send the papers that you found that had some information on it. So that is going.
You also have those coins too, right?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
the coins. Okay, so I sent that over to you. And then I have one more thing that I have to send you. You also found a map. So I
I
just have
don't
to.
think you just. I don't think you just sent me what you think you just sent me.
Uh-oh.
Tasteful
Wow.
news.
I'm not gonna read that. I don't know what that
tasteful
is.
nude,
but I'm not
baby.
gonna...
Josh says.
In the nude. Yeah. Do you want me to delete that message?
Um,
It's like the final
Does it
fucking
say-
arc of like the story.
Photos.
Whoops.
Just outlined perfectly, like what happens.
does it say?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay.
Does
day
it
one?
say day one on it? Yeah. Okay. So.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. I was like, I don't want to read this if I'm not allowed to read this. I wanted
That's
to make sure.
whatever you think it was not
I was
that.
like,
They have more.
no. It was this exact thing. I just got nervous and I'm like, hold on a minute. Let me just make sure that this is what we meant to see. Okay, so this is what the notes that the paperwork's like a
So yes, so you found these are all handwritten like frantic notes. And then amongst those notes you also found a map that I sent you.
Oh shit. Did you make this?
Yeah.
Brunier's gonna go over here and investigate
So
what kind of stand this is.
I was, well, yeah. Are we free to do things?
yeah, no, of course. I just
Oh.
wanted to get that stuff sent over to Zip. And yeah, so like I said, the
And
town,
that cloak.
there's still a bit of the cloak is in your inventory already. It's the Elven cloak. But there's still definitely like a lot of chaos and commotion going on. At the moment, everything is quiet in your area. But you can hear still a lot of like commotion throughout the town.
Can we help put out fires? Maybe is that something we can do?
Can I do
I
like a
still have
perception
one more
check?
rage and plenty of health, so I can probably fight some winged bastards. Bastards.
So let me know what you guys are going, like what your plan is. Do you want me to switch over to the map of the town?
What is this stand that Brunier is in front of right now?
I would
And then
say like a lot of it is, this is kind of the marketplace, so a lot of it is just like food and like fruits and
Hell yeah.
vegetables, like just a lot of stuff. A lot of it's been tossed over, destroyed.
Any water barrels or anything like that, or just any liquids in this stand at all?
Bucket.
I would say give me a perception roll, I guess, or investigation as you start like rummaging through, finding something that's like viable to start putting out fires.
Either a dirty 20 on perception or an 18 on investigation.
Okay, yeah, it's as you start rummaging through, it's a lot of fruits in like large crates. So there's definitely like a couple big crates that you can grab to kind of like single-handedly scoop water and all that good stuff, if that's what you're looking to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drink from the fountain, but
Start bathing.
Yeah, Ben, try.
Yeah, or if anything with my like Tarzan, Mike Tyson, like I don't know what you'd call it, like a fucking
Loincloth.
loincloth. Yeah,
I'm
just gonna fucking lie down in the fucking fountain. What's left of it, still draining.
There's just like a
Yeah,
little
alright,
bit
give
of
me a minute.
water there's like a little bit of water still kind of like moving and slowly working its way out. So as you stop in and
Yeah.
your rage comes down, you just lay over. It kind of just like gives another little splash, and you just have this like very serene moment of just this water just
Yeah.
washing over
Just
you.
arms on like the fountain wall as I'm just like putting on that ring. Just
That's
yeah.
so hot.
It's like, and I'm just like, told you we could do it.
Can I
The question:
You good, Benny? You good?
does these notes? I don't know who wrote them, or is it specifically Sasha?
So they weren't written by Sasha. It says like at the top, like it's a scouting report. It wasn't written to Sasha. It was written by one of her like underlings for her.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Probably vital information to be sharing with the group at this time.
Do
What's
we
that?
wanna?
I said probably vital information to be sharing with the group.
I want to do something real quick if that's okay.
This is open to you guys. Like I said, you guys are having a moment of serenity, but like I said, like up because you guys, I'll switch it over to if you want. I can switch it over to the world map. So I'll switch it over to the world map. Oh, that is the actual world map. I'm looking for
Whoops.
the town map.
I just wanted to do like an investigation check of where like where they came from, the portal they came out of, like if there's any residue or like anything where like I could just try to like make more sense of why
Well, Ben
these
was looking
things
for
just
crystals
popped
too.
up. Yeah.
So as you guys walk over, and Ben is kind of like moving through a lot of the ash and stuff like that, just looking for something, and you walk over and give me an Arcana check. So I'm going to cross off some of these buildings because a lot of these buildings have burnt down in this marketplace.
Ooh, I got a D20, nat 20.
Oh,
That was good.
hell yeah.
Holy
Keep it.
shit!
Congratulations.
Keep it. And then the +1, so nat 21, whatever.
So as you go through and you kind of are looking at everything, and you still can see a couple little like spiders run off and kind of disappear into the shadows. I'm gonna DM you.
Oh boy.
Oh, me? You're gonna DM me?
Yeah.
What do I do with the information that I've received?
The information that I've received. Well, that's up to you completely, Brittany. Whatever you think
we
your
wanna-
character would do. So
Do we
sometimes
want to find some shelter? Maybe take like a short rest and then kind of go over what Brit has while we're
Yeah.
chilling.
Absolutely.
well, I'm like in the middle of investigating at the moment.
Well, I'm not gonna
once,
do that
once you're
right
done
now.
doing what you do, like
Yeah.
I'm
When we're
saying
done
once
with like
everyone's
the
just done what
immediate
they want to
area.
do in the marketplace area.
Yeah, once we're done with the immediate area. Oh, bye, Brittany.
You took that very literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, it makes sense.
Yeah, Ben is walking around
We-
looking for crystal fragments, haphazardly eating something he picked off the ground.
I didn't get a DM, Bobby.
I'm trying to think of what else to add.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I just got one. Let's see.
Would you like to share with the class? Sorry, I'm just saying things in my mind. Thinking of what.
Depends on what
Oh,
he's
dude.
told.
Yeah.
I don't need
Are
to
you
know
gonna-
anything. I just feel
are you
like
gonna
I
get
should tell you.
paranoid like me.
I think my character is very paranoid.
Yeah, I kind of like how anxious you played. Like she's killed a bunch of people, but you're like, oh,
Oh, big scary fire thing. Well, I mean,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
valid though. To be fair, like if you're fighting a normal person, cool. But like, imagine
Crash.
like a UFC fighter or someone like someone in
crash out,
nowadays
crash
world.
out, valid.
Yeah, honestly, like, but
Think
imagine
about how
someone in,
small I
in
am,
nowadays.
and think about how large this fucking fire elemental things are. Of course, I'm gonna be fucking scared.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It just
that's
puts
what
their
I'm
ankles.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're
Just
the,
puts their
and,
ankles
like,
closer
as a
to you.
rogue too. Like you want to be sneaking around. Like you're not trying to be fucking.
How the-
right
yeah, how the
there.
fuck do I
Everything that
sneak
I
up
can
on
sneak around
this?
is on fire. If I
Exactly.
go near him and sneak around, You burn.
Right, that makes sense.
Question, DM.
Oh,
For
give me one.
Bruniers,
Give me 1 second, please.
I have disturbed
I'm
the
good in
creative
health.
process. I was gonna see if I could heal your clothes, actually. So you didn't
No,
have to walk
don't worry
around
about me. Well, it's actually kind of funny because, like, as a barbarian, I have unarmored defense. Like, if I'm not wearing armor, I still get a perk depending on what like my dexterity is. So I think it's the same. Like, even if I lose my armor, I think my AC is still the same.
That's fair. I have a tiny minor healing spell that I can use before a long rest, so I was just gonna be like a nice little patch up thing.
No, I'm good. I'm 29 out of 32. So like, that 10 before, like what you added on to me, like that was perfect.
I've taken no damage this entire time either.
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
I know.
I was so afraid.
I was worried because I was like, is this gonna be like a guy that attacks the last person that attacked him, or what's going on?
No.
Hold on a minute. That's a fucking snake. What? I genuinely I had no idea what I was going to get entire ordeal. So I handled it as best as I could.
I was considering what to do because with the burning radius, I was like, I'm gonna get up to them and immediately die.
I know.
So I was like, I'm just gonna try and do stuff from afar with the level 1 spell slots I have left.
That's all we need. Yeah.
Jeremy, I sent you an additional little bit just because it was a nat 20.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. I was waiting for that just to check. Okay.
What you guys doing?
I'm chilling in the fountain. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
he's just floating.
Yeah, like everyone else is doing their thing. I'm cooling off a little bit until that fountain runs out.
Ben is still searching.
Yeah.
I haven't even moved yet. I don't even know what to do.
Zip is processing trauma.
I'm frozen.
You
I'm
could
just
always-
frozen.
yeah,
I'm just
you
like,
could
what
always
the fuck
loot.
was that? I could. I don't feel like
Bobby.
doing it now.
Yeah.
Bobby, the last
Loot what?
like 2 sentences you sent me, can you just like, because I don't want to like say it, I guess, but can you just like proofread that and like let me know? Cause like,
Ooh.
Oh,
one part of the last sentence just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't want
Change
to like,
if it
say it out
was.
loud.
Change if it was to if it would.
Hold on.
That's what she said.
what is up with you? Bobby,
Yes.
that last
Oh, I see what you're saying.
that last
Okay.
javelin I threw, would you say
Okay.
that is out of reach for me when I am not raging?
I think you can probably because I think that went like into the house, right? I feel like you could probably like climb up and get a hold of it.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go retrieve my. Last
Well, no,
javelin.
we said it went into the building. We said it went through the window, and I mean the building is pretty destroyed. But you could probably, I would say, give me like an investigation check, and you could probably rummage through like some of the destroyed building at the base and see if you can find it.
Gotcha.
So, while that's all happening, Goxon is gonna take out the original. What?
13.
13. Yeah, so as you start rummaging through, eventually you see it's still stuck in a piece of wood that had just like collapsed in. So you just grab it and just yank it out, and yeah, it wasn't the hardest thing to find.
All right, I'm sorry, Jeremy. Go ahead.
You're good. You're good. Goxon's essentially just gonna look at everyone and say, "Hey, we all need to talk whenever you guys get a minute. If you want, we can all rest first. That's fine. But we need to have a conversation at some point."
Let's
And
find
then-
some shelter. Take a short rest and kind of come up with a game plan and go over everything we just found.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, maybe building 16.
I mean, so from what I understand, the town is still on fire. Correct? Should we leave?
Yes. So there is
No, we'll stay and help the city.
It is still on fire. Like I said, you did see Thief 2 run north. Oh, my fucking thing froze. Yeah, so you saw him run north, and as you look down that main alleyway that goes north, you can see a lot of people also kind of running up, like running out of alleyways, and like you can see like at this point, crownsmen, like guards, like well-armored guards, are kind of going through the streets. You can see a lot of them have blood on their shields and their weapons. Like you can tell they have like come from like the castle and started really like cleaning up. There's people running around, like starting to put fires out. Like it's not safe to just lay down and sleep in the middle of the marketplace.
Yeah.
Like you do have
Well,
to find somewhere, but you can tell a lot of the ruckus, like a lot of people seem to be going north. So
like
it's
not
safe to
sleep.
Are we able to short rest real quick? Like we all just sit down.
Yeah,
kinda
that's what I'm
take a
saying.
second?
Like maybe
How many is
just
a short rest?
go to like
Sit down on a
building
fruit cart.
16, hunkering down for a second, come up with a game plan, chill for like a half hour to an hour.
Yeah, I would say that there's no immediate threat. You've taken care, like everybody has everything is cleared out of the marketplace in fear of the fire elementals. So there's no immediate danger. You guys can sit down and like relax, recuperate, go over your notes, all
Short
of
rest.
that good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Take a short rest.
Did any NPCs watch us destroy the fire elementals?
No, they were all gone.
Oh,
Real
Damn it.
quick, I have a weird
No
question.
bragging rights.
I know.
I just clicked on short rest, and then it just popped up and says recover. Blue Dragon Hexblade's Cursed. Reset, and then there's two options. I can either reset maximum HP changes during this rest, or automatically apply healing with dice results.
So I think
Fuck
that
does that
just gives you the option of you can either let D&D automate the heal, or you can roll yourself and then add the heal. I think that's all that's
Okay, because for short rest, it's just like a dice heal, I guess, instead of full heal. I'm assuming. Like, what determines that?
Yeah, so this is something that I never really got into with everybody because it's kind of a pain in the ass, and everybody's
Yeah,
pretty
I mean, I'm just gonna
new.
do automatic
Um,
if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, for just like knowledge purposes, everybody has it's called
wait.
a hit dice. So when you level
Yeah.
up or when you take a short rest, you would roll your hit dice, and that's like how much you would recover. Or like when you level up, you roll your hit dice, and that's how much extra HP you get when you level up. But D&D Beyond automates all of that, so I never really said anything, just because it's
That's
just
fine.
an extra layer of shit that you guys
that's
have to
fine.
remember.
I just need to know if you would rather us reset maximum HP changes during the rest, or automatically apply healing dice results. Because that should be up to you. I mean, if it's up to me, obviously I'm gonna do maximum HP every time. Obviously,
Well,
you know what I mean?
a short rest isn't a full heal. Only a long rest is a full heal.
No, I agree. What it's asking is if it gives you the maximum amount of the dice roll, right? Or if it's just like randomly generated. That's what it's asking. So, do you want me to do automatically apply
Here.
healing with dice results, or reset maximum HP changes during this rest?
I would do the random one, I think.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure like everyone's on the same page. Then we're clicking automatically apply healing with dice results.
Where is that option on this board here?
If you click on short rest.
Oh, I have my screen app.
heck yeah.
I didn't heal anything.
I didn't heal anything.
Oh, you have to click on the
Reset
fucking
max.
things. You have to click on the three little dots. You see that? And then hit take short rest. Yeah, see?
Oh, you have to choose how many short rest die you want to use.
Oh,
I'm confused.
so
HP changes.
it says total 3, so I'm just gonna use 3. Yeah. So I'm assuming the next time we'll be able to rest. We'll take a long rest.
So if I remember correctly, the idea of short rest is you can kind of partition them over time. You have the 3 dots. So if you only wanted to rest a little bit, you use 1, or that you can use all 3.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think it depends too on how long you're going to be resting.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had a long rest, so I'm gonna use 3 because I feel like a long rest is coming soon, and that will reset those die. I'm assuming.
I'm confused. So are we doing the dice?
Pop up.
Yes.
Yeah, he rolled for me. And then
Right. Hit die. I use hit die.
I have 2 rages left after a short rest.
See, it didn't. I clicked all 3 and then it didn't fucking heal for me. It didn't roll.
Because I think you're
got
clicking that you
+8.
spent the short rest. I don't know if you're doing the heal. I'm not sure. I don't really spend too much
What does
time
your
on
health
the
look like?
character sheet.
15
go
out
up
of
at all?
20. No, it didn't go up at all. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I rolled an 8. Does that mean that
Okay,
I added?
maybe I just messed up, so I'm just gonna reset it.
Well, that means I have full health.
Yeah.
I thought there was just a short rest button though.
Figure this out.
There
There
is
is.
right at the top next to
But then you
long
have
rest.
to.
This is the first time all this extra stuff is popping up, and like I said, like I did mine, and it's not letting me do the healing dice. It's just so weird.
You're doing automatically.
Did you hit the box?
I think I just
Yeah,
did it
I-
for you.
You did it for me.
I hit one of the
If you
boxes.
if you select one of the 3 boxes, it gives a pop-up that lets you roll for healing.
Wait, I mean that's what I mean. The pop up never happened for me. I select the boxes, and I hit take short rest.
You're
could
set to
always just
automatically.
You have to confirm.
You can
Yeah, I
always
guess
just roll a d12 too.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just roll.
Yeah,
And well,
fuck it.
it says 1d8 plus 2.
Fire. And
Yeah.
on like your main abilities page, yeah.
It says 8 though, not 12.
Yeah, a barbarian is 12. Everybody else is usually like 8.
Oh gosh,
Damn.
Beefy boys.
goddamn barbarians!
Goddamn beefcake.
It says total 3, so I could do it up to 3 times. I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is what I have in campaign.
Damn, I got a fucking 1 for my first one. All right, so I'm gonna use another. Not 6, 7.
So while you
Give you
guys are kind of sitting around the water
You get a
fountain
potion
taking
for
your
200
short,
gold.
while you guys are sitting around the fountain, ignoring the chaos in the streets,
No, I can't do too much about that.
what are you guys doing? Like while you take this short rest, because it's over like an hour, so this is probably like the time that you're gonna start like going over stuff and chit chatting and stuff like that. So the floor is yours.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I say we take shelter in building 16, since that one's not burning. And that's where we
I thought
do
we-
our rest and then kind of go over all the documents.
Oops.
There's the
Oops.
thunder.
Sorry. I just moved the fuck out of you.
Ben has not found any crystals, so he kind of like slaps his leg and hears that and just nods his head.
I'm looking around at all these on fire buildings, and I'm just like looking at the group, like. So what are we doing? We're gonna rest. I already am actively.
Yeah, I assume that's short rest. Let's go over everything that we found. We definitely have we're not done in Daggerport just yet. We can't leave now while this chaos.
Hell no.
Yeah, and we gotta find Sasha. And not
Can I
apologizing,
roll?
but we gotta talk to her.
When we walk into this place, can I roll like investigation
Like a
or
perception,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah, like a
perception check as
perception,
you
like-
walk
Whatever is
in.
higher. I feel like you have good investigation, or actually perception probably be pretty good too. But I would
Yeah, I would say this is going to be a perception check. Investigation is like more when you're looking for like a secret almost or something in specific, whereas a perception roll is
Yeah.
like walking in and kind of just doing like a big sweep of the room.
Well, I got a 5.
Okay, so as you guys walk in, this is a clothing store. It has
hell
a
yeah.
it has a lot of like more like dapper looking clothes. You can tell that the people that were in there made a very hastily retreat, and a lot of like the those like sewing mannequins that are just like the cloth and they have like no head
Yep.
or arms. Like there's a lot of those that are like knocked over. The glass is shattered. The outside of it, even though it didn't catch on fire, like it's a lot of wood chipped out of it. Like there was some chaos that happened in this room. And yeah, it's just a lot of clothes that are kind of tossed over. But you don't see anything with a 5. You don't really see anything that pops out. It's like now that like the fire elementals are gone, the light out, you're inside, the light from the buildings that have burned down is like dimmed out a little bit. You don't really see anything of like specific detail in there, but you can get the vibe that there's nothing really of value or danger in here. It's just a store.
Can I do an investigation check to look for like a giant T-shirt or like a tunic just to throw on?
Yeah, of course.
Like a robe. Yeah, like just like a 5XL shirt just to throw on me.
Tom, this is a nice, fine clothing store, not a freaking.
Yeah, I was gonna
Big
ask
mall.
how fancy are the clothing in this store?
I rolled a 6.
So
So can it be addressed?
as you start like rummaging through, like you're just kind of tossing all the like really fancy suits. A lot of them have giant holes in them from like maybe like a fireball that came through. Like a lot of them is charred, better than the clothes that you have, but still not great. You do find one piece of clothing that is like okay, but as you like pull it out, at first you thought it was like maybe a kilt, and yeah, as you pull it out, it's this like long silk like black dress.
Oh, like a sequin dress.
And it has like an opening in like the chest for like cleavage. And it's wide, it's wide enough that it probably would fit you. It might be a little too long, honestly. Like it might fray at the bottom as you walk, but the width and size probably will be okay.
I'm throwing that shit on.
Hey, let's go.
So as you throw it on,
Sexy.
it fits you okay. It's a little tight and snug and a little weird because like you don't have boobs, but it like your pecs kind of are exposed, and like if you do have any chest hair, that's now just like open and free unless you're clean shaven. I don't know what Bernier's hygiene looks like. Yeah, so you're like whatever color your hair is, it's kind of sticking out. And yeah, the bottom of the dress like flows in like the wind that's coming through like the broken windows. It's beautiful. You look beautiful.
I like
Beautiful.
it. Will do.
Ben catches what you're doing and like does like a double take.
Yeah. Better than my balls swinging around.
Oh.
All right, what are you guys doing now?
Okay, anyone else want to do anything else?
DM, are there multiple size? Like, are there like adults, women's, children's clothing in here?
Yeah. As you look around, like I said, like it's very high end clothes, very fancy. And yeah, it's men, women, it's just like a whole array of different types of like upper class kind of clothing.
Like this is like wealthy clothing for wealthy people.
Yes, very wealthy. Yeah.
I'd say Ben is walking around a little bit and he sees that one of the mannequins has on like a child's clothing, and he just stares at it for a minute and obviously doesn't say anything, and that's all. Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm looking for somewhere. This is just like papers, right? That I'm holding.
Yeah, it's just
I don't have them.
It's just a bunch of very frantically handwritten notes, and then the map is also just a hand-drawn note as well.
That's a nice ass hand-drawn note.
Well,
I'm looking just for like, I guess the desk, like the checkout counter. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, there is the usual like U-shaped kind of desk that you can go behind and just start laying out your paperwork and start going through it.
Oh my god. I guess I'm gonna find like a Oh, I guess I have to roll for that. I have to find like something to stand on top of because I'm not tall enough to look over.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, we could go over and help.
Yeah, let's see. We can help you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to place me on top? I'm just gonna. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Upbeat.
look over at Bin. Yeah, literally. I'm just gonna look over at Bin. I'm gonna jingle one of his bells. I'm gonna flick one of the bells and just be like, "Can you?" I'm just gonna point like, "Can you help me?"
Ben, yeah, Ben, you kind of get Ben out of his daze, and I guess he kind of like off picks you up.
I jingled the bell. I jingled his bells on his little freaking jester fit.
Yeah, I guess Ben picks you up and puts you on the table.
So genuine.
And I'm gonna place these paperworks that I have, and I'm reading them, and I'm looking at everything.
Brunier walks over to see.
And I want to make sure everyone is. Is Goxon in here?
Everyone's.
Yeah, I was gonna do
Claudia?
something, but I was
Yeah.
waiting for you guys to like be done with what you were doing.
Oh,
I didn't
sure.
want to
Oh,
cut you
okay.
guys off.
I'll just wait for everyone to just like kind of come in and settle down, and I'm waiting.
Yeah, Ben leans up against a post or column in the room and just kind of waits.
Uppies.
Uppy.
Okay, well, while you guys are doing like random the side stuff of like the clothes and putting on the dress and stuff, Goxon's gonna take like the original crystal that I got from the first encounter we had, and he's gonna just like put it on like a window, and then shoot an Eldritch Blast at it just to like see what happens.
Just for clarity's sake, I said holding it while you shoot an Eldritch Blast. If that's what you were getting at.
Yeah, I mean the way you worded it made it sound like.
That's why I just my apologies. No, like if you hold it
That's
while
okay.
you summon an Eldritch Blast, if that's what you were aiming for, like, if that's
Oh, I thought you meant like holding it and blasting it. Gotcha.
no,
Well,
holding
okay.
it while you Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Change of plans.
Shit.
Change of plans. Goxon is holding it and shoots an Eldritch Blast at one of the mannequins just to see if anything would change or happen.
So do me a favor, roll a D10 for me.
Okay. A D10.
Am I back?
That's a D10. I got a 10.
A 10. Okay.
Mhm.
While you are holding the shard in your hand, and as you're holding it, you summon the Eldritch Blast in your other hand, and as you're doing that, you can see all of the little elements that are kind of slowly turning around in the inside the crystal. They start to spin a little faster, and they start swirling around, and you see one of the elements that's very bright. It shoots out of the shard into your hand, and it disappears. And as you shoot the Eldritch Blast out of your other hand, what is normally like that red cackling and force energy or lightning, as it exits your hand, it's neither one of them. It's just this bright, radiant damage, and it smashes into the mannequin in a huge burst of light. And the other thing,
And I'm gonna
and
cover
then
my eyes. Ah.
as the light dims down, you can see that there is a small crack now that has kind of chiseled its way up the shard.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty.
After that happens, Goxon's gonna look at everyone and say, "All right, we all need to talk whenever you guys are ready."
Ben is
That was
staring at you.
I'm gonna look at you and just like nod my head, like, "Yep,
I think
Yes,
the
we
little
do.
one needs to talk too.
Yeah,
absolutely."
that's a good point. what did you have to say? And he's gonna look at you, like you're like up on like the bar, and he's like
I'm like-
at like eye height.
I know, literally. It's
Wait,
like,
what was it you had to talk about?
just about these that I can't. It looks like they're just some like quick jotted down notes. I can tell them this, right?
Spill the beans.
They're yours.
Okay, I was just like, I want to make sure I was like, hold on, I can tell them this,
You
right?
you can do whatever you
I mean,
want.
it's nothing serious. It's literally. Well,
It's not
I
my
can.
personal diary that I sent you on accident. It was information that you
Yeah.
stole.
I know. I was like, I just want to make sure that this isn't like. I mean, it's literally nothing serious. I could just post it in the group chat. I mean, I just get. So you know what I'm talking about.
Well,
It's
the
just
reason
a bunch
I
of notes
said
about this place.
no, go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's okay. It just looks like I'm not really too sure. Obviously, I don't know where it's at, but it looks like some. I'm not sure who. Probably one of the thieves. They were staking out. I guess I could post this in the chat. But it was basically somebody staking out at this like. I don't know, what is this, like a camp?
Can you post it in the campaign notes?
I can post it if she's laying it
That'd
out
be
and
like
sharing
just,
it
like,
with
put on the
everybody.
table and we can all see it.
Exactly.
I'm not really good at like. I'm not really good at relaying this information. Like,
You're good.
That's why I send stuff
but it
to
looks like
people
it's-
directly to force them to like role play a little bit more. If that makes any sense.
yeah, I'm trying. Yeah,
The fucking Brunier in the dress is so funny.
it is. It has this like, it's this like picture, that they jotted down of this like I guess this
Yeah, we see it
hideout.
now.
Yeah, and obviously you can go over it, but this is the information. I'm not really sure where this is at. We should probably figure out where it's at because it's
Isn't
definitely
this-
the Thieves Guild were definitely trying to figure something
This was
out.
definitely like a target or something.
Well, this is where they
Yeah,
go
well,
to pick up
we
the
threw it.
dust.
The drug.
Quintus was there.
Quintus
Quintus
was
was
saying
there.
that that place was very heavily fortified. This looks pretty heavily fortified. It looks like there's a mine in the top
Yeah.
right.
And
The
somebody
drugs.
that even the leader of the place
In
Yeah.
the middle of the Lord's
Um,
was like bowing to them. So we need to figure out why they were staking out this place.
Well,
If we
I
Well,
mean,
Do you have any idea where this place would be? Do you have like a map or anything? I see in the
No,
log
I don't.
they're talking about having gnome prisoners. So regardless of what
I
it is,
know.
we should find
I'm
it.
personally
Figure it
out.
offended because they're attacking.
I'm personally offended. Yeah, we're about to throw
Sure.
you in there. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, literally. Throw me in. that
so
could be an idea. I'm a prisoner.
Quintus was saying that's.
Could
I'm
use you as
assuming
bait.
that's where they're going to pick up the drugs, and I'm assuming those are the hooded ones that are forcing them to sell. So this is probably where they're mining to get it.
Okay.
Yeah. What was it?
I look back at my notes.
Arse.
What the fuck did they used to say?
Yeah, I think that's. Drugs are from a town north of Succumber, Kars. Mine ore, powder.
Oh, they meant
I'm trying so hard to look.
Oh, slaves, yeah. So this is probably where they're
They're
getting drugs. Apparently they're at war with the hooded ones, or the hooded ones are forcing them to sell it.
So we definitely should probably have not killed all those thieves because we definitely could have just gotten some fucking information out of them. Probably they definitely could have
Sasha's
let
still
us
alive.
there.
Quintus is still
But-
alive.
Listen.
That's
This is
besides
a
the
big
point. We
town.
should find Sasha.
Nah,
It's a big town. I'm sure we could find some more people in it that we
We
can
only
kind
killed
of.
6 of them. There's
I'm
still
pretty
2.
tight. I'm pretty
Right.
tight with Thief too, so
It's
maybe
a
we can
guild.
find him.
Damage.
Yeah, apparently it's a guild. I'm sure there's more people underground
He's my
in
homie.
their, beds.
Yeah, it was probably just their top 8 guys. But
I
So
will
this is
say-
definitely leading us.
I will
in the
say,
right direction.
I think the time of peace is gone. So if we see none, well, let's just capture one. You know what I mean? And then we'll get some information out of them.
yeah,
But
well,
we won't kill them.
save.
won't kill
We'll
'em.
save the city. They'll have to forgive us. And
But nobody
then,
saw
the
him.
enemy
Nobody
of
saw
my
us
enemy.
Good
for the
plan.
night in shining armor.
Okay.
Enemy.
It sounds like we should go north then, where everyone was running. That might be the best opportunity to find where the other thieves went.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, did you have anything to share, or was it just what you had to do with
Oh
the
yeah,
shard?
your crystal thing.
Yeah. So Goxon is gonna kind of pull everyone aside after we decide the game plan. As we're going to walk out the door, he's kind of like push everyone back and be like, hold on a second. And he's just gonna explain that when he was going over the ruins of the portal, sorry, I'm like trying to find it. Yeah, when he was going over like the ruins of that portal, he realized that there was something that was similar, which was chaos magic. So he's gonna just kind of explain to everyone that he's had a run-in with chaos magic in the past, and it looks like it's being used here. So he has a feeling that he knows why this is all happening.
You?
Feeling? A hunch?
Feeling.
Goxon?
Hmm.
Goxon himself has a hunch?
Let's hear it.
He has a hunch.
It's not about money, is it?
Is a hunch that you can share now, or?
So I could tell you guys for 50 gold each.
Oh my god.
Alright,
He does
I'm
need to.
going
He needs
out
to
with
make that
the name.
Zagro. He needs to make
I'm
that
going
Zagro.
fight.
Alright, so
No,
I
I'm
have
joking,
a
I'm
bunch
joking.
of money, so I can definitely buy you out of this. You wanna gamble?
Yeah, I actually has a lot of money right now. Next time we have a long rest, we should do some betting.
Yeah, once the city
But no, I'm trying to.
Yeah, once the city's done burning. we can-
Yeah,
Burn
we
it?
gotta find it. We gotta
Hopefully,
find
the,
a
hopefully the
casino
casino
on the way.
didn't burn down.
I know.
Yeah, hopefully the casino didn't burn down. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like how he would like explain it, I guess. But
Bobby's crossing out buildings still.
still crossing out buildings that are burning. That's where like all
Goxon should have
bullshit.
grabbed some fruit from the stands, and he's trying to use it as like a model.
Wait a minute, you're actively
Yeah,
burning
try-
down buildings
trying to build a
while we're
model real
talking?
quick.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that!
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
watched
I
it
guess-
next form.
Brownie!
I guess as
It's
we're
only been an
walking
hour.
out of the build, I guess as we're walking out of the building and we're walking down the street, he's just gonna bring it up kind of more nonchalantly and just say that this definitely has something to do with some evil wizard that he knows of, and he's not gonna press the subject too hard.
Yeah, it's that one in
But
the
didn't
goddamn
we get
Moore's
told
Probably.
that? Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we get told about that evil wizard?
Yeah, there's that one in that tower.
When?
Do you know if he's evil?
Small world.
So Goxon knows he's evil, for sure.
But we didn't
Yeah.
know that he was evil beforehand.
Wasn't that
Evil
like
wizard in a
before? He was
castle?
kind of like practicing some dark stuff.
I'm just kind of kooky, you know?
He's the drug.
Makes
Well, we don't know. We don't know what
All
wizard
for
was in
him,
that
but just a
tower.
little-
So
just a little kooky old man.
So at
He's
first we
just
just heard
goofy.
wizard in a tower, and I didn't want to assume every wizard in a tower is the same evil wizard in a tower. You know what I mean? But it's
Guess
looking
what?
like that wizard in the tower is pretty evil.
We should
Got-
automatically.
Goxon's very progressive.
Listen, I'm not trying to assume anything here, alright? Excuse me. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
So I guess we're making our way north. And like I said, while
Yeah.
that's happening, he's just kind of
Oh,
talking
DM.
about this stuff. We're all kind of bantering about
DM,
fucking
did we level up after that, by the
chaos
way?
magic.
You're gonna level up after your long rest.
Okay.
So you guys are walking north, correct? Jeremy, I DM'd you something I just needed some clarification on it because that's what I thought happened, but I wanted to make sure. You can
How
just
is
give me.
everyone
Okay.
feeling?
You can just give me a
How
yes
did
or
you
a
know
no.
this information?
We want to call it. Jade's faded a
hold
little
on.
bit.
A little sleepy.
I guess I'll take the IRL long rest.
I need a long rest.
They take long.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want me to just breeze through to the long rest for like haste real quick, I can just kind of like,
Well,
or do you want to just have us end with you guys leaving the shop and just working north towards where you saw the most civilians running?
well, I thought we were gonna do a short rest and then get back out there to kind of help clean up whatever's left going on in the city.
There's
Okay.
still more combat.
No, there's no combat. As you
kind of just try and help out. Well, that's what Brunier wants to do.
as you guys walk through the streets north, you can see that a lot of the guards have kind of come through at this point, and they have the purple winged monsters that stuck in the town have been killed, and a couple of them have fled. So there's no necessary combat. It's just to the point that there is cleanup. There's a lot of people coming out. You can see maybe like a couple guardsmen that know magic are doing like create water and starting to like put out some of the fires. You see,
That's help.
Yeah.
I'll just leave this as a stopping point. As you guys are walking north, on the map, there's tavern number 29, which is a tavern. You see, Ben, you would recognize, you see Thief 2 walking into that tavern, and then we'll end
Ben
there.
Nice,
And Ben, yeah,
nice.
Ben points and then
Nice.
So we'll leave that at
Yo.
we'll leave that at a good stopping point, so you can see at least Thief 2 has entered that particular tavern. That way we have at least a direction
I have an
we can go
idea.
at the start of the next session.
Okay. I have an idea if everyone here is down. I think, at least for me and my attention span, it would help if at least like once a month, maybe we took a day on the weekend or something and we played for a lot longer. Because I feel like we're not getting that much playtime, and it's making me like forget some things in between. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't know. I should like at least once a month having like a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever, just whatever works for everyone. Like
Right.
a longer session during the day where we play for maybe like fucking 5 hours or something, just to kind of like progress the story and kind of get some more deeper shit in. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a couple hours in, we just start warming up to like
Yeah.
I'd be down for that
things. You know
personally.
what I mean? And then
What
we
about
cut
the-
it off every time.
That
You
could
know?
be done.
Yeah.
Yes. My only issue is that I just started a new like campaign with Kelvy and everyone, like not everyone, like 3 or 4 other people every other Sunday.